So my name is Catherine Nyawera Kibuchi, Business Development Manager, Ciala Resort, Kisumu. So Ciala Resort is a boutique resort located in the outskirts of Kisumu. It was opened in 2018, so it has been running for 3 years now. So Ciala Resort is it's an experience, and it's a unique property. It's one of a kind in the Western region, and it's a pride of Kisumu, if I may call it that. Kisumu is highly developing, especially in the hospitality field. Not Kisumu alone, but Western as a whole. Since the Senate convention that took place, and it was an eye-opener to investors around Western, and that has seen a rise of very many new properties in Kisumu, and we're talking about high-end, 5-star kind of properties that are coming up, and the scheduled Afri-Cities also has given a push into the hospitality industry in the Western region. It was postponed due to COVID, but still it was geared to happen this year, but it's happening next year, that is 2022, in April. So a lot of new establishments are coming up because it's going to be a very huge event, and so that is going to be a business opportunity for the hospitality industry. So digital is very important. I mean, a long time ago, let's say like 2-3 years ago, people used to have online sessions. Nowadays, we practically live online and live in the digital space. So what digital has done is has given the properties a wider reach, has been able to narrow down into their targeting of who they're speaking to and what products they're trying to push, without really having to incur a lot of budget, especially for the conventional marketing like TVCs that are aired on air, or radio production, or billboards. Because what digital has done, it has given you more eyeballs, and it's very data-led, and you're able to monitor and see how your conversions are coming in. So I think digital has been able to, and has enabled the properties to reach into a market that they would not reach before. International clients, local clients. You find that people from Nairobi are looking for places to stay. So when they go digitally, then they'll be able to establish a place or find out a place in Kisumu that they never knew about. Especially for Facebook, Instagram, what we have done with these platforms is to create engagement by trying to create top-of-mind brand awareness for Ciala. And then from there, we have tried to push offers so that we can be able to get bookings, so that we can remain relevant in the market. That's what we have been doing on the digital space. Ciala's pain point on digital was the lack of know-how of how to approach the digital space. And this is a challenge that most investors and hospitality industries don't know, or even people. People think that Facebook is Facebook, but they don't know how to approach this particular market digitally. And Onesha Creative Network has brought the expertise on board on how to approach the digital space in terms of what resonates with what kind of our target audience. So that was a pain point. We were not able to identify what posts are supposed to go on, what kind of communication pillars we are supposed to be using. The other pain points was low bookings from social media and lack of a proper content plan. But when Onesha Creative Network came on board, they were able to take us through a training on what is the digital trend and how we can capitalize on the digital space to promote our products in the hospitality industry. And were able to work with the internal team on how to create links that generated more bookings for the resort. For the content plan, they were able to work with the content that we had created to gear it towards the communication pillars that were able to resonate with our target audience. So the creatives from the Onesha Creative Network have been very cooperative with us. They have been very creative. Their creative articulations have been top-notch. They are patient. They have been able to work with us, with our team that has zero to lack of digital know-how. They have been able to share ideas in terms of what is happening across the world, and they still do. They have really elevated our knowledge and our presence, and they're still doing that on our online platforms. The beauty about Onesha Creative Network is that they're able to measure engagement, and we have seen a rise in bookings, mostly from the social media platforms that they have been handling. We have seen a rise in bookings, especially in birthday functions. We have seen in accommodation. We were sold out in December, and that was just because of what they have been running on social media. We are now currently fully booked for Easter, and that just shows how the social media and digital platforms have actually impacted the top of mind brand awareness for Ciala Resort, and the bookings have increased by over 80%. So one of the moments that Onesha Creative Network creatives came through was when we were hosting an ad hoc luncheon for the Afri-Cities Committee in Kisumu, and they were able to amplify that particular event on our social media platform that really created a buzz around Ciala Resort, and people have never stopped talking about it to date. The other moment that Onesha Creatives came through for Ciala was when we were trying to amplify on ecotourism, and Onesha Creative were able to come up with a content calendar and kind of content that we were supposed to put on our digital platform so as to resonate with the TA that we were looking at. Those are, they have done more, but those are the main points which showed their resilience and their flexibility, and how fast they were able to move from the planned content calendar to what we wanted to do so they could accommodate our needs. So we have been working with Onesha Creative Network for 2 years now. The experience has been a bliss. The experience has been very educational and eye-lightening and eye-awakening or awakening. Yeah, it has been a very great experience. So what made me happy about creatives from Onesha Creative Network was the promptness and responsiveness. They used to phase out campaigns a month earlier to enable the hotel and resort to plan adequately in terms of if a campaign is running on a discount, for the hotel to be able to plan on their systems on how we are going to implement the campaign and give the consumer 360 experience. I would recommend Onesha Creative's network to other hotels and hospitality establishments because of the digital impact they have had on Ciala Resort, and they still are having on Ciala Resort. And the fact that everything is moving digital, Onesha is going to move and position the resort or a hotel the way they have done for Ciala Resort. Through COVID, we managed to restructure ourselves and we were able to remain open for the better part of the year. And this came through ensuring that the safety precautions were put in place immediately that COVID rolled out. And we were able to host small functions to big functions at the end of the year. And yeah, it really enabled us to keep the hotel and the resort running despite having the cancellation of flights to Kisumu. So we were able to tap into the local and neighboring counties to bring in business, because most businesses also wanted to restructure. So we were able to hold small functions, and then which are usually called the semi-hybrid events, where we had a few people sitting and then use Zoom or Blue Jeans or Teams to actually have the bigger part of the organization during the meetings. Yeah, so we still try to remain open, but with ensuring that the safety of our clients was observed. I think COVID-19, what COVID-19 has done is has changed how people think and view things. And data don't lie, and the statistics that were shared to us by the Onesha Creative Network was that a high number of Kenyans moved digital. About 9 million users were recorded in June in 2020, and this just shows how all the businesses had moved digital. So it has changed how people work. People are now working remotely. People have now embraced digital, including the older generation that thought that they would never do digital, have now decided to move digital. And you see that most clients are having their meetings digitally since people are not yet resumed normalcy. And everything has moved to phones. It's a game changer. And as I said, COVID was the messiah of digital digital innovations, because everybody has had to move digital. Yeah. The support provided by Onesha Creative Network has been immense, beyond measure during COVID-19, and still continuing to now, because as we said, they were able to quickly restructure the comms that needed to go out. They were able to guide the team on the content that needed to be provided. They were able to expand the reach by suggesting of different media buying tactics, so that we could be able to focus local and be able to attract the consumers who are going to come for meetings or events. Yeah, so the support has been immense. They were able to understand what the world is shifting towards, and they were able to help us shift towards that. While working with Ciala, they have ensured that every quarter they send in a creative to come experience the result, what we are offering, test the new menu, so that when we are gearing our structuring the digital comms, it's from an authentic and first-hand experience. So my name is Catherine Kibuchi, Business Development Manager, Ciala Resort Kisumu. I would strongly recommend Onesha Creative Network to any business looking to outsource digital media, software development, content production, to visit www.onesha.co.ke for more information.